Hi everyone, this is Angela from Sydney Pelvic Clinic. I'd like to show you a glute series that I've been really enjoying recently. It's probably an intermediate to advanced level and really good to target the glute med. You can make it easier or harder by lowering the repetitions, but I'm going to show you about 20 repetitions of each exercise today, and you can make it easier or harder with the weight. I'm using 7 kilograms today, but you can go down or go up depending on what you need. But I really love it because it's very targeted and it's very functional. So for those of you who are runners or looking to get back into running, it's a fantastic exercise to really improve your pelvic stability. Okay, so here we go. The first one is dynamic lunges. So you need to have the weight in the opposite hand to which leg is stepping forward, because if you do that, it really loads up that glute med. Okay, so make sure it's in the opposite hand. And then all you do is you step forward up to 1 meter, and then you take your lunge down, and then you step back. Okay, we're going to do 20 of those. So stepping forward, lunge down, and stepping back. So what's really important with this one is that as you step forward, you keep your knees tracking with your toes, and try and make sure that your knee doesn't pass too far forward over your front toes. And as you step forward and back, really spring off through that the heel, because that'll start to get the glute working much harder than the quad. A lot of people are quad dominant. And then your right hand's just kind of hanging out just to load up the glute med on the opposite side, so it doesn't have to do too much, but just make sure you don't let your shoulder sink forward. Okay, so I recommend you do something around the 20 repetition, but more or less if you want to load it up. Then stay on that same side, and we're going into single leg deadlifts. So keep your hand like a pendulum, and then you just tilt forward towards horizontal, and then you come back up and try and keep your toe off the ground. So tilting forward to horizontal, and then coming up, just trying to keep the toe off the ground. Same kind of thing with your arm. It's just like a pendulum, just loading up the opposite glute. But try and keep your shoulder drawn back towards your spine so you're not rounding out through the neck and shoulders. And you should start to really feel the left glute med work about now. And if you can get to your 20 repetitions and start to burn a little bit more, that's great. But then what we want to do is load it even more. So stay down in your horizontal line, and then just start to move your leg only. And I recommend with this one, you do 10 to 20 repetitions. But this is where we start to really go into the burn zone. So you should feel your left glute med really crying out, but as long as it's around that hip pocket area, we are all good, happy days. And then once you've done your somewhere between 10 to 20, hold the leg up there, and if you've got a little bit of juice left in your system, then go for some shoulder rows. And again, somewhere between your 10 and 20 repetition, depending on how much work that glute can handle. Okay, so it's a really good series. You should come up and feel the burn all around this area here. I recommend doing it about 3 times a week, and it should really improve your glute med and your pelvic stability for all the things you do in walking and running. Enjoy.